A remarkable story. More than 70 years after a deadly military jet crash, a Chicago service member finally received the send-off he deserved. A decades-long recovery effort and modern technology helped give his family the much-needed closure they prayed for. Our Andrew Ramos has the story from Calumet City.
You know, just being able to bring him home, you know, it's just a good feeling.
It's a homecoming more than 70 years in the making. Delbert Draskey was an Air Force captain when in November of 1952, the military plane he was traveling in crashed into the side of Mount Gannett in Alaska. The Chicago man, one of 52 service members and crew to perish. His family, who still live in the Chicago area, never quite made peace with the loss.
His mother never really accepted the fact that he wasn't with us anymore.
Weather conditions hindered initial recovery efforts, and as the years passed, hope on bringing Draskey's remains home dwindled. That's until 2012, when the family received a call from the U.S. Air Force notifying them that an Alaska National Guard Black Hawk crew conducting a training mission found the wreckage of the plane.
At first, in kind of like disbelief, is this a prank call?
For the next decade, recovery crews would periodically return to the crash site on a mission to bring those service members lost back home. Using his fingerprints, which were preserved in the frigid Alaska weather, Draskey was positively ID'd this past June.
Was in good enough conditions after 70 years in the snow and ice that they were able to make identification of him.
Also recovered his military ID and wallet, which were returned to the family. His body arrived in Chicago this week. A military funeral with full honors at Holy Cross Cemetery in Calumet City gave this family the much-needed closure they longed for.
He made the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
Now, even with this closure, the family says it will continue to tell Delbert's story to their children and their children's children in hopes of keeping his memory alive for future generations. Reporting in Calumet City, I'm Andrew Ramos, CBS 2 News.
Remarkable story. Joining us right now is a cousin of Air Force Captain Delbert Draskey, Rich Zielinski in Downers Grove. Mr. Zielinski, thank you for your time.
Thank you for the time you're providing.
Yeah, we just saw that story a moment ago. When you saw it, the story, the encapsulation of it all, what did you think?
You did a great job. You know, by capturing what the glacier where the plane, where the wreckage was discovered, and the crews searching for it. That really hit home. It really did. You did a good job with it.
Well, I wasn't just asking for kudos to just kind of the emotion brought to you. You know, we as reporters often throw around this hackneyed thing called closure. Closure is something I think people who haven't experienced traumatic loss like to think of something called closure as if you put it in a box and it goes away. You can probably say firsthand it never goes away. But your thoughts on that? What did at least it mean to get him back and now have a place where you know he is and he's home?
You know, it felt good to be able to be part of the family who was able to bring him home or meet him and bring him to a resting place with his parents. You know, as I had stated in the clip the other day, his mother went to her grave never knowing if and when he would be found or where he was. You know, she never accepted the fact that he had been killed in the mountain, and would often have a dinner place setting at the dining room table for him. And when visitors came, she would always tell them to come back the next day because Delbert was going to be home. So I think with the family, it was more of what she went through, and be able to, from our side, be able to put that to rest for her was a big plus.
Yeah. I mean, did that probably for the rest of the family? So we know of the flight in question, 40 of the 52 remains have been identified. 40
Well, actually, it was 47. My cousin was the 47th identified.
Okay. 47 of the 52, so that leaves 5 others holding on to hope of someday getting
Correct.
some sense of what you've got. 2 questions quickly, though. What was your first reaction when you got the call that they ID'd him? And then what is your message to the 5 others waiting?
My first reaction was disbelief. And I actually called mortuary services with the Air Force, found their number online to verify that the gentleman that called me was in fact part of the military and part of mortuary services. So that was the first step. For the rest of the families that are out there, both with this flight and other military flights that have crashed in Alaska, it took us 10 years from the time the wreckage was discovered to get closure. And so, just hang in there, pray. If you're a praying person. The military is working hard to resolve this and to bring peace to every family that has someone missing.
Mr. Zielinski, thank you for your time. And if you're a praying man, may God rest your cousin's soul. We appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.